Hi, Cindra Kamphoff here, high performance coach, here to help you master your mindset to reach your greater potential. John Maxwell said, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. George Clooney, who's an actor that won 2 Academy Awards, one for acting and one for producing, when he first arrived in Hollywood, he was rejected at most of his auditions. He blamed the system and the decision makers for not seeing who he was and who he could become. But Clooney changed his perspective. He stood in the producer's shoes, and he saw the auditions as a chance to solve their problems. He chose to no longer take a victim perspective, but to shift to a creator. He went from blaming to taking responsibility. And Clooney began to really understand what the casting director and the producers were looking for. He began to project that he was the man for the job and how he could solve their problems. This small shift in his perspective changed his future. Most of us are conditioned to blame someone else for our suffering. We blame our parents, we blame the weather, we blame our spouse, we blame our boss or our teammates or our coaches. We blame our genetics or our education, and we sometimes blame our kids. And when we blame others, we weaken our power. We don't change our situation or work to solve our problems, and we can ruin relationships. Every time we blame someone else or something else, we dwindle our chances of success. And your grit and your confidence tank gets smaller. My friends, high performers, are those who work to reach their greater potential. They know that they are the only one responsible for their quality of life. They look inside and they create the life and the performance that they desire. High performers think and act like a creator, not like a victim. And here's what I mean. Victims create excuses and they blame others. They complain and they feel like they have to do things. They pretend their problems belong to others and they seldom reach their goals. They say things like, gosh, I'm overweight because my parents are overweight. Or I was cut from the team because my coach is just unfair. Or they say, gosh, my boss is such a lousy boss. But creators are different. Creators solve problems. They take action and accept responsibility. They choose to do things and they own their problems. They take control of their lives. And they achieve their goals because they work hard and they're gritty. A creator perspective leads to high performance or you reaching your greater potential. So creators say things like, I will reclaim my energy by losing weight, or I will put more effort in developing my skills and my ability to make the team, or my boss actually has a lot of great qualities. So today, just for today, notice yourself engaging in the blame game and stop and take responsibility for your perspective. Decide to act and think like a creator. And then after you crush it today, you can make a commitment tomorrow and the next day to act and think like a creator so it becomes a habit. Because high performers, they give up excuses and victim language. They take 100% responsibility for their past and their future. They avoid the blame game. They look inside and create the life and the performance that they desire. They act and think like a creator. Now, we're going to end with an affirmation that you can find on my website under the blog tab or on my Twitter page at mentally_strong. And it goes like this. From this moment forward, I accept 100% responsibility for my future and my past. I give up excuses and victim language. I own my power. Now, if you're watching this anywhere other than my blog, you can head over to drcindra.com, leave a comment, a thumbs up, a thumbs down. I look forward to hearing from you. Have an outstanding day, my friends, and be mentally strong.